Hey everybody, yeah, it's Friday afternoon. I'm gonna try a beer today from a brewery I've never had. This is part of that 4-pack sampler that Zach, the manager of the local Hy-Vee wine and spirit section, gifted to me the other day. He said you appreciate beer more than I do. This is from the Great River Brewery out of the Quad Cities, Iowa. I think this is well, Iowa and Illinois. Quad Cities are both Iowa and Illinois, but right on the Mississippi River. I'm going to do their Big Cock IPA. Just a little bit from the website. It says, India Pale Ale brewed with pale malt and fiercely hopped. The perfect beverage after a day in the field. It says available October 28th, this being November 7th. Got to be pretty fresh. 7% ABV, 70 IBUs. From the can, it says changing habitat conditions have taken a toll on the populations of the beautiful and delicious, I will attest to that, ringneck pheasant. We donate a portion of the sales of our IPA to Pheasants Forever, and named it as a prompt to other outdoor people to continue that support. Due to the style, our IPA is brewed with pale malt and fiercely hopped. The perfect beverage after a day afield. Same as, or similar as in the, as on the website, except a lot more. So let's get this canned IPA, fairly fresh. I don't see any kind of date on here, but it's got to be fresh. It's only been out a little over a week, so I don't think I'm going to get this big 16-ounce can in this glass, particularly not with that head. We got a nice burnt orange, almost amber, amber color there. Fairly clear. A lot of carbonation streaming up. I think these Spiegelau glasses, Spiegelau IPA glasses, help out a little bit on that aspect. Got a good 2.5 fingers of a nice creamy, fluffy, almost ivory colored head. Really nice beer. Really nice head. I can tell that head's gonna stick around a while, especially with all that carbonation coming up. So nice looking IPA. So let's get a nose on it. Okay, wow, I'm really getting some nice citrus and pine notes in there. The citrus is more like almost like a pithy grapefruit, and maybe just a hint of some sweet orange, maybe. There's some nice toasty, biscuity malt aromas in there. It's not heavy on the depth, but really nice, pleasant smelling IPA. You can tell it's a little bit malt forward, but not a ton. There may be just a little caramel and toffee in there, and some grassy notes, maybe some lemon peel. It's a fairly light, understated aroma, but smells pretty darn good. So let's get a taste on it. Okay, now the malts really come out on this. It's not nearly as there's a lot of hops there, but it's not nearly as hop forward as the aroma would lead you to expect. There are some caramel and almost crystal type malt flavors in there. There are some fruity notes, some like toasted nuts, a little bitter grapefruit. On that second sip, the hops come out a little bit more, especially some of those 70 IBUs. definitely some, about toward mid-palate. It starts out pretty malty, but about towards mid-palate, the hops kick in. Like I said, some bitter grapefruit, some pine, maybe some spicy notes in there. Some herbal flavors. Not as balanced as I thought it would be on the aroma, but you know, as I expected it to be. But it's got a nice bready, really pleasant, toasty malt base in there. But the hops do come out, like I said, about mid-palate and kick in. Medium-bodied, really nice and smooth, nice drinking beer. So let me pour a little bit more in here and fill the glass up, and I'll come back in a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, yeah, I'm back. It's been half an hour or so. Added the rest of this glass. It's leaving some really, that head, I knew it would, is leaving some really beautiful lacing down the glass, and some nice alcohol legs. Still a beautiful looking beer. As it's warmed up, and it has warmed up somewhat, as you notice, I'm inside again today. It's another one of those cold, windy days. I don't think it barely got to 40, and we got 35-mile-an-hour winds out of the south. They're supposed to switch to northwest, and by tomorrow I think we're going to have highs in the 30s if we're lucky, and lows in the teens. So winter is on its way, that's for sure. But not exactly a winter warmer, but a good beer. Apparently it's a seasonal. It says available October 28th. This is a seasonal beer from this brewery, so I'm not sure exactly what the span of the release is, but available October 28th, so fairly fresh. But as it's warmed up, the hops have really come out a lot more. Those nice citrus pine notes, particularly the bitter grapefruit. The bitterness is really, you're noticing those 70 IBUs now. The bitterness has really come out a lot more, but it's a hop forward beer, but it's still fairly well balanced. It's a nice, pleasant, easily drinkable IPA. Got a nice solid resiny feel to it. It's actually, I didn't really know what to expect, having never had anything from this brewery, but sometimes new breweries don't do too well, but this one isn't too bad. It's a lot better than I really expected. It's a solid IPA. It's not a hot bomb by any means, even though there is a good deal of bitterness to it. There's still a nice balance for a hop forward beer. Very, very, very nicely balanced with the malts and the hops for a hop forward beer. Very drinkable. You do notice the alcohol a little bit. It's not masked really well. Not so much, well, yes, a little bit on the taste, but primarily just on the finish again. But it's a decent drinkable beer. Not bad for a, I guess I can't call it a local brewery, but a regional brewery anyway. It's in the state. But the Big Cock IPA. If you like pheasant and you want to see them preserved, buy some of this, and they will contribute some to Pheasants Forever. But good, solid. And pheasant are one of the things I enjoy hunting the most. I'm not one of those guys. I can't sit. I'm not a good deer hunter. I'm not a good turkey hunter. You got to sit too much. I like to be up moving around and tramping around in the snow, and so that's what you do when you're pheasant hunting, pheasant and quail. So I really like pheasant hunting. I love them. They're delicious if you can even find them anymore. But like they said, the habitat is dwindling quickly. So with this row-to-row farming they're doing nowadays with these giant corporate farms. But anyway, I'm going to give the Big Cock IPA from Great River Brewery out of the Quad Cities. I'm going to give it a good solid 8.5 out of 10. Decent drinkable IPA. It's not stellar, not outstanding, but darn good, solid, easily drinkable IPA. So, till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.